congratulations to all of you teachers who are still teaching. If you look online, you will see countless examples of teachers who are leaving the profession. So kudos to you because you are still teaching. I'm about to do a video on why I stay in the teaching profession, since I see so many other videos of why teachers are leaving. I think we need to balance that with why do some of us stay. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. 2022. And it is my grandson's 3rd birthday. Happy birthday, Grayson. It's a very special day for me, and they are all big Star Wars fans at that house. So you can imagine their excitement when their first and only child so far was born on May the 4th. I am kind of slacking off on Thursdays on the reading integration series that I was working on. I still have more to go on that series, more ideas for supporting reading in the content areas, but I have to be completely honest with you and transparent and say that I am feeling done at this point in the school year. I think maybe it's the fact that we went hard all summer long. We had the extended school year last year due to COVID. I was working most of the summer at school, and I was also doing the cleaning, inspection business on the side with vacation homes, and worked my tail off all summer long. And yes, we have had downtime this year, and we've taken several nice trips and had some nice family events that allowed me to take time off and slow down. And so I don't feel like I was deprived of any opportunities to get away or relax, but it's just the fact that I have been teaching nonstop all through this last school year and the year before that. I didn't stop school. So not really feeling it right now, not feeling the reading content support series, and I will get back to that probably after I've had a little bit of time at the end of the year to collect myself. So if you're enjoying those tips, then don't fear, I will be back with more of them on Thursdays. But right now I'm kind of about what are some ways that we can survive and thrive and finish the year strong as teachers. So, my channel is very much about teacher self-care, and you have to take care of yourself if you're going to take care of your students. And so at the end of the year, how do you do that when you're really tired and there's a lot going on? We're coming up on state testing in our district. We're going to be doing that not next week, but the week after. My test is the first one given, and my students do not have a test in my subject area the 2 grade levels before me. So they haven't taken a science state test since they were 5th graders. And yeah, it's a big deal. So we're busy getting ready. We're trying to manage squirrely behavior. They get outside and it's warm and they're excited, and there's just a lot of things going on. There's love is in the air in middle school. And so there's drama with that, not when it's working, when it's not working, and all these things that we have to manage. So one thing that I have decided to do this year is the ABC countdown to the end of the school year. And you have probably seen examples of this. You can find a whole bunch of them online. Various teacher Instagrammers do this, and you'll see teacher pay teacher options for purchasing it. I honestly did not like any of the options that I was finding online for relatively free, or I don't really pay for stuff like that, because I can come up with my own ideas, but I'll only pay for a resource if it's going to be something that's really a time saver and it's definitely right on point with my curriculum. So in this case, teaching middle school, I looked at some of the ones that some other middle school teachers were doing, and I thought to myself, I don't really see my middle schoolers getting into that. So I made up my own, And we are combining some of the days so that we can fit it into the last 20 days of school instead of the last 26 days of school, as the alphabet would suggest. But it works out pretty well, and it was like right after we got back from spring break, so it's perfect. So I started it just this Monday. The first day I put A and B together, and since it is Teacher Appreciation Week, appreciation banner. And so what I did was I have 5 sections of students that I work with, and I made a poster with each of those sections on my AB day and allowed the students to write something positive. They had to either make a positive compliment of a teacher in the classroom, in the building, not just me, any teacher that they have. They had to say something positive about our class this year, something they remember doing that they enjoyed, or they have to compliment a classmate. So those were the 3 options. Now, some of the students took this seriously, some of the students did not. I did not allow myself to get bent out of shape over this. I just appreciated reading the comments of the students that did take it seriously, and I just gave very little attention to the other students for their misbehavior comments, and I'm not even going to read any of them because they will probably watch this, and I'm not going to dignify that. You're doing this to help the kids think about good things at the end of the year because you want to leave them with a good feeling, right? You want to leave them with a positive feeling in your class, like you cared about them, which you do, but some days when you're trying to force them to do things that they don't really feel like doing, that they just need to do for school, it's hard for them to remember that you do care about them. And sometimes it's hard for us to remember that we care about them too, especially when they don't want to do what we want them to do. So, appreciation banner was the first day. Then C day, which was kind of crazy and chaotic, and not everyone can pull it off, but I happen to come from a large family, so I'm accustomed to a lot of chaos and mess. But my mom always reined it back in at the end. This was a very messy activity, so warning, but if you can handle mess and a little bit of chaos for one day, we did junk sculptures, like found art kind of pieces. If you look up found art or junk art, basically I just took a bunch of things in my classroom and I just threw them on the tables, and I told the kids, you have this topic that we learned about this year. Show it to me with these materials, make a sculpture or an art piece. Kids didn't really get the concept of the sculpture, which I think it would have been, I don't know, if there was a way I could present it to them differently. This was the first time I did it. So I probably could present it, I don't know, a little bit more specifically to them what I wanted. But I kind of took whatever they did with it and ran. Anyway, my main thing was it had to, whatever they put together, it had to somehow represent the concepts that they learned. And they had to be able to talk about it and explain how that showed us the concepts. Some of my kids did a really good job with it and some of them didn't. But I will tell you that they were extremely busy and happy while they did it. Even though my room was a mess that day, and I warned my custodian before she came in, I said, my room is a disaster. I'm sorry. And she's like, it's okay, honey. I got it. Don't worry about it. Because, that's how our custodians are. So they're amazing. So that was yesterday. Today we did the D-Day, which was decorate the classroom. And why would I decorate the classroom? Well, I told my students why we're decorating the classroom. We are celebrating all of the things that you have learned this year. So I just went to one of the dollar stores and I bought $5 worth of cheapo decorations, balloons. I already had some embroidery string from summer school leftover activities when we did friendship bracelets, and we used those to tie them up on the light fixtures, like these little things at the bottom of the light fixtures where they could slide them in and they're not near the heating element at all, the light bulb. And they just hung them up around the room, and I threw these plastic tablecloths on the table. And then I had this little curtain thingy. This is like a plastic streamer thing that my kids put up on it's taped up there above the blinds, so it's not taped on my new blinds because I didn't want to get my blinds messed up. And then I had some of these things, little puffball things, which I just let them put them up how they wanted to. So, it is what it is. This is what it turned out like, and Yes, I still have mess all around on my counters that I need to worry about, but look at how festive that is for the end of the school year, and it makes me happy, and I think it made them happy too. So yeah, so that's it. And then tomorrow for E-Day, we are doing everything outside, and I have to look at my weather here because it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. Hold that thought. Let me look
at the forecast for tomorrow. All right. Cloudy and 6 a.m. clear. It's going to clear up by the time we get to school, and then it's supposed to be mostly sunny, and it's going to be 0% chance of rain, and it's going to get up to 80 degrees. So
perfect. Everything outside tomorrow. So what I'm doing is messy experiments. I'm doing we have picnic tables. So I'm going to do one table with elephant toothpaste. I'm going to do one table with dry ice bubbles. And I'm going to do another table with, where did I put it? I have my list over here somewhere. Here it is. Oh, Mentos and Diet Coke. And yeah, so I just have 3 tables going, I think, because the 4th table, they're going to work on a review packet with clipboards. So that's enough that I can spread my kids out really well, and we can just be outside and have fun. So I'm going to be outside tomorrow. It's going to be a nice day. I'm going to enjoy being out in the breeze and sunshine and have a good time. So that's it. And then I don't have all of them with me here, but I'll share more of them later. Just a little suggestion of things that you can do at the end of the year so that you can have a good time with your students. That's what you should be doing right now. You should not be stressing over the test because they're going to do how they do. You do the best you can to go over the testing strategies with them. Don't skip that. Make sure you review. Make sure you revisit activities and things that you have done earlier in the year to make sure they know the vocabulary, because that's one of the biggest things. If they can read the test well, know what it means, then they'll make better choices. But, at the end of the day, what do you want them to remember about the end of their year? Like, especially my 8th graders. What do I want my 8th graders to remember about 8th grade science when they go up to the high school? I want them to have good memories these last few weeks. So that's what I'm focusing on, and I'm having a good time, and I'm relaxed. And when I'm relaxed, my kids are less combative with me. If I ask them to do something or to stop doing something, it's much easier for them to just fall in line and do what I'm asking, and it's great. I really love it. So that is my suggestion for you for enjoying the end of your school year. Make yourself an ABC countdown. Put some days together if you need to, because we're getting closer to the end of the year and you might not have 20 or 26 days left. So do what you've got to do. I hope that wherever you're at, you are enjoying your end of the school year, that you are remembering why you went into teaching, and don't quit, because the kids still need us and you do make a difference. Thank you for everything that you do as a teacher. And as always, don't forget to work hard, be kind, and amazing things will eventually happen. Bye-bye.